We're a couple of days into fall camp at Georgia. The Dogs looking really good physically, but let's go through some of the stuff that we've seen and most importantly, some of the stuff we've heard. This is a What We're Hearing segment on Dawg Post. We have it in written form over on the website. I'll point you to that in a little bit. Make sure you're taking advantage of some of the offers that we've got. It's Sunday, so we're only a few days into fall camp, but there's a couple of things that have really jumped out so far with this team. This is a really good-looking team physically. When you look at the two deep on the offensive line, it does look like they have the potential to have, 8 players playing this season. I think they had 8 or 9 starters last year. So I think if in a perfect world, your big guys would be ready to go. One of the guys that's mentioned in What We're Hearing over on the website is Elijah Griffin. Not surprising that Elijah would make this list here at the start of camp. There it is on the screen. One thing that was brought up about him is, he doesn't look like a freshman. That's something that you hear from a lot of people when talking about, not just him, but some other guys too. But Griffin is a person that they're going to really pay attention to and lean on this season, it seems like. But he's one of many guys on this defensive line. They're going to all have to perform. We've got a great offer for you right now. You can sign up to Dawg Post. Right now, I'm going to put this on the screen, the offer on the screen. You can get 3 months of Dawg Post and our 2025 preview for $15 all today. Now, look, this offer is going to run out in the next few days. I don't know how much longer. We don't have a lot of magazines left even for this. So take advantage of this while you can. I'll still do the offer perhaps to 3 months, but it won't come with the magazine because I won't have any inventory left. All of the annual subscribers have had theirs boxed up and they'll be mailed out. Some were mailed out Friday and Saturday, but the rest of them will be mailed out on Monday. So we're running out of opportunity, but this is a great opportunity to read about the Dogs. I mean, talk about Ethan Barber in here, a young tight end, Elias Williams as well, Oscar Delp, Elijah Griffin, Gunnar Stockton. These guys are all in the report, and we're going to have more insider stuff. One challenge at the start of camp is filtering sort of through. I wouldn't say the stupidity. I would say the excitement. There's a lot of excitement at the beginning of camps. The excitement for the 2002 camp was not dissimilar to the excitement before the 2009 camp. I mean, I think before 2015, there was like a lot of confusion, I would say. When you have a legitimate quarterback battle, that makes people nervous, to be honest with you. Georgia, I don't think has, when you talk with folks, I think this is a good, kind of question, about, where are we really at here with this entire thing? I think that's a good question. I don't think anyone with like legitimate insider basis feels like there's a competition at quarterback for the starting job. I don't think that's a legitimate thing. I think that Georgia has competition at spots, including quarterback. And I think that in the case of, Gunnar and Ryan Puglisi this season, this is about how much can Ryan push Gunnar, how much can Ryan get ready for what could be an inevitable moment that we're not, we don't know yet when it would happen, could happen, whatever. That's the problem with quarterbacks specifically, is you don't know when somebody's going to get hurt. And is Ryan going to be ready for his moment when it comes? Ryan Puglisi is going to have his moment. The question is when and where. I think there's a lot of excitement about the tight ends at Georgia. At Georgia. I'm getting choked up about it. There's a lot of excitement about the tight ends at Georgia. I mean, Oscar Delp talked about this on Thursday, saying that he felt like they were the best tight end room in the country. They might be. I don't know. The young guys are really, really impressive. Here's a quote from the What We Were Hearing. It says, Another insider added this about the tight ends: the young tight ends are freaks, and that's been a consistently occurring theme from people, is that these particularly the freshman tight ends are young, impressive bodies. This group is a good group. The tight end group is a good group, but you're going to have to win with more than just the tight ends. It's going to have to be, like I talked about at the beginning of the video, is the offensive line ready? You look at the speed. I was watching Georgia Alabama 2024 earlier today. You look at the speed of the guys in the secondary in terms of the safeties getting up KJ Bolden to the line of scrimmage. They don't have a speed problem at Georgia. What I wonder about is, do they have the physicality the way they need it on the defensive line? I don't know. They might. And that comes back to Elijah Griffin and, where are they at there? What about Christian Miller? What about all these guys that have been recruited to come there and really play well, and have either not played a lot or or they've not proven it yet. I mean, there is. I mean, to me, that is the question. You got Harris, you got Hall, Nazir Johnson, Nami Ogboko, excuse me. People butcher my last name, but I don't think they butcher it quite like I just did. You've got McLeod, Griffin, Miller, Jonah Ajanye. I mean, you've got a lot of guys, but they've got to perform. And, when you think about Ogboko, Ajanye, Jonah Ajanye, Johnson, those guys have not played much. Like, it's not been much at all. McLeod, he played some last year. Hall and Miller and Harris sort of they're the older bunch. And, when you look at Georgia over the last however many years, this is the youngest they've been on the defensive line. And that defensive line is what led them to a national championship in 2021 for sure. And then when you think about 22, that was a really good defensive line too. It had a superstar on it. But they don't have superstars unless Elijah Griffin is a superstar. And some people think he is, but I just would like to see what we're talking about first before, because I watched him play in high school, and it was not a fair evaluation because he was playing Marist, and I couldn't get all the data that I really needed. And then Mendoza, I think the question they had some challenges, and they went out and addressed them. Georgia at receiver, pass rusher. I mean, I am a big Quintavious Johnson fan personally. I think that he has significant abilities. I think he reminds me a lot of Devontae Wyatt, but he's got to go out and do it too. The linebackers are legit; they're very good, particularly the middle linebackers. But without getting too deep into the depth chart, I mean, that's the thing. I would make sure you're signing up for Dawg Post right now. Hey, look, this is the shirt I'm wearing right now. Make sure I'll put this on the screen too, the QR code for the Riding Home shirt, which is actually a little bit more popular than I think I anticipated it would be over on Red Zone. You can pick that up today in the store. I know they've been selling, dozens of them, which Ryan and I were surprised by, but it is what it is. Maybe people are really wanting to support us, and that's the best way, besides the subscription, is going to Red Zone and frequenting what Scott and Mindy have got to show over there. And it's a great store. I was there the other day. I was there on Thursday. I can't remember if I was there Thursday or Friday. I was there Wednesday. Excuse me. Get my days confused. But I think so far so good at Georgia. I would encourage you to make sure you're signing up for the for what we're hearing, what I've been talking about the whole time. Gunners looked okay so far. Again, these tight ends. Micah Morris, CJ Allen, those are guys that have been important so far vocally. And they're older guys now too. I mean, that's the thing, is that the longer you're at a place, the more invested you are in everything. I mean, Micah Morris is the oldest offensive lineman at Georgia. No one else is a senior that I'm aware of. Ernest Green might be the same year. I can't remember. But, Micah Morris, Ernest Green, these guys, they're older. It's time. You got Uni in there. I'll be very curious to see, like, Jazeer Jackson's a good example. Now, he got in trouble, and Kirby said that was going to be handled internally, but he's a guy, like, he's an example, like, of all the guys, he stands out even more physically. So I'm curious to see, like I've been saying, about Juan Gaston, about Calhoun, and what we saw day one might not be what we see moving forward. Josh McCray, I think, was sick day one, but the running backs look good, and he wasn't out there. So you got Cash Jones and Bowens and Roderick Robinson, Nate Frazier. Typically, it was Nate Frazier and then Cash Jones and then Dwight Phillips, but not every time. So running back and defensive line, it's not the easiest thing on earth to see what the rotation is. And I'll tell you that the wildest thing would be for us to go back out to practice, and then you got like Montgomery running with the ones at quarterback. That would be something that would be, curious to see. Curious, but probably quite a bit of data spilt on that deal. That would be a wake-up call. But I think the 5 scholarship tight ends are guys to pay attention to. They're going to have to figure out how to get all these guys on the field. Special teams, hello. Kirby, one thing he was talking about, and it won't be a tight end, but one thing he was talking about is I got to replace, 2 of the best gunners that we've ever had on special teams. Well, that's going to mean guys like, Dylan Bell. I mean, some of these DBs, I don't think you'd put KJ Bolden out there, but, can you chicken fight and do what you got to do to get down the field and stop teams in their tracks before they even get going with punts? But look, I think so far so good for Georgia. Make sure you're signing up for the offers that we've got. Make sure you're reading this, what we're hearing. It's on the screen with the QR codes. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.